neno lako uwezo wa kusimama imara juu ya neno lako nilikuwa natafuta ukweli wa maisha yangu sasa mie nauliza nianze wapi marafiki wote wamenikimbia Jehova nisinalia hurumie nipe uwezo wa kusimama imara juu ya neno lako uwezo wa kusimama imara juu ya neno lako nilikuwa natafuta kipenzi cha maisha yangu sasa mie nauliza nianze wapi maumivu machungu mengi yamenijaza mie Jehova nisinalia nihurumie uwezo wa kusimama imara juu ya neno lako 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 oh I 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 oh I.
Wow, Adonage Band. Oh, every time you think about Adonage, you listen to Uwezo, you think, wow, Adonage Band. And Marital, who's going to join us later on today, an amazing legend that we have today. Amesikia wimbo akasema, hao ni Adonage Band, wako pamoja na sisi. All right. Karibu sana. This is definitely KTN Home. This is you on KTN Home. This is Sunday Best. My name is Anthony Ndiema. Karibu sana again to that conversation. And today we're talking about a very sensitive but very beautiful topic. We are talking about fidelity and forgiveness. And when we talk about fidelity, many times what comes to our mind is infidelity. Ule chali, ule dem. In a marriage setup, but it goes beyond that. Of course, we'll dig a bit deeper into that. But with us, we have Dr. Amos Keya. Dr. Amos Keya is a family therapist. He fellowships at CITAM, but he's also in the psychology department at PAC, that's Pan-African Christian University. Karibu sana, daktari.
Thank you so much,
you
my
well?
brother.
Yes.
I'm doing well, yeah.
All right. Karibu.
Asante.
You know, I've said a bit about you. I think I'll give you an opportunity to say slightly a bit more about yourself.
I'm married.
All right.
And we got 2 sons and a grandchild who is 2 years old.
So I'm an old man. All right.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Asante.
Amen. And we thank God that you're here to share this with us. In fact, in our conversations here and there, you mentioned that either in your dissertation, what specifically did you study?
Well, my master's was in marriage and family therapy, and then I did my PhD in the same area, but with a specialization in military families.
Huh?
Yeah, military families.
Military families.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my area of specialization, and my dissertation was on self-forgiveness.
Self-forgiveness.
The moderating role of self-forgiveness on infidelity and attachment security.
Hey.
And attachment security, we are talking about marital stability. That's what attachment security is all about.
All right. Great. So karibu sana daktari, and I want us to get into this. Fidelity, of course, is about having a very loyal attachment to something and believing in either relationship, you know, a cause, and being there and holding firm there. When infidelity comes, and let's first of all generally talk about that. It could even be between you and your boss. It could be between you and your family member, your brother, your sister. Break it down for us before we get to the specific marriage setup.
Well, fidelity, as you put it, is the key foundation in marital relationship.
All right.
Of course, your fidelity to your spouse will depend so much on the foundation that you laid at the beginning of the relationship.
Okay.
I'm here assuming that both of you love one another.
Okay.
That is the love that binds two people together in such a way that in spite of whatever might happen, you still have that love for one another. You may differ.
Right.
Which happens in every relationship.
That's
Conflicts are inevitable. But you know, when relationships are built on love, then that forms the basis of fidelity, the loyalty, the commitment that you are talking about.
All right.
Yeah, and I am glad you said fidelity can be to anything.
Right.
I have dogs. And so
dogs.
they love me and I love them, and so we have that bond. You know that bond.
Yes.
Master, I'm their master.
Yes.
So you come there, they'll be like, no, we don't know you.
We are protecting our master.
Yeah.
Yes.
And fidelity cuts across in almost every relationship that we have,
Right.
from the office setting to our marital relationships, to the family environment, the community. So it's the key.
That's
it's
right.
Key to
Right.
the success of any relationship.
I like that.
Yeah.
So an instance where Daktari, infidelity comes in, probably you can break it down for us. What are some of the things that cause infidelity?
There are as many causes as are human beings.
Allah, I like that.
Yeah. There is no one cause that you can pinpoint and say this is the cause of infidelity. One reason why I'm saying so, because infidelity means different things to different people.
Okay.
There is no one universally agreed upon definition of what infidelity is. For us researchers, we tend to think infidelity can be categorized into 3 different ways.
Okay.
So we have what we call emotional infidelity. And this is what Jesus talks about in Matthew 5, 26, 27, 28. If a man and if a woman looks at a man lustfully,
Yes.
they have already committed
Adultery.
That is infidelity. Just looking at
Yes.
and
lustfully.
lasting
Yes.
after that person, that's infidelity. And then we have the sexual infidelity.
Right.
And then we have what we call extradyadic activities.
Wow. What's that?
Dyad has 2 people. So anything that is extra, beyond 2 people. For instance, pornography. Cyber sex falls under that. Masturbation falls under that. Yeah, these are extradyadic activities.
Wow.
So when you talk about infidelity, it's a very complex concept that you need to understand. And oftentimes when people come to us for counseling, we want them to explain to us what infidelity means. So I don't assume I know what you're talking about when you talk about infidelity,
right.
until you tell me. Because maybe this lady or the woman found the husband watching pornography. To her, that's infidelity.
That's infidelity. Right.
And so in your mind, you'll be thinking, oh, this man has another wife, when it's not true. So you have to be very, very careful when you're dealing with infidelity couples. Let them define it to you from their perspective. Yeah.
Wow. So now, a very practical sense. Here we are. It could be either of the 3.
Yes.
Any of the three.
Any of the three.
So someone comes to you and says, my husband cheated on me, or my wife cheated on me. Where do you begin? Where does this whole entire mess start in terms of finding help?
Well, it's, and by the way,
Does it happen often? Probably let's begin there.
does it happen often?
Yes.
As we are talking, somebody somewhere is having is doing that. As we are talking right now.
Wow.
By the way, the percentages are so huge, and especially when you talk about the activities involved. Remember the three
Right.
different ways.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We could be here, and somebody's having cyber sex with somebody else in Australia right now.
That's true.
Yeah, online. Yeah, and so it is rampant. Let me put it that way. The percentages are just so huge, and so when people come to us talking about infidelity, the first thing that as a therapist, you need to do is to empathize with the couple,
Right.
not necessarily with the one who is the innocent.
Okay.
We have the straying partner.
Yes.
We have the what? The non-infidelity. So both of them are hurting in one way or the other.
Right.
So the first point you need to do is to, first of all, you need to appreciate, recognize, and appreciate them for coming to seek help.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the starting point.
Right.
That not so many people will come to seek help for such an issue because it stigmatizes.
That's true.
Yeah. And so then you go ahead to empathize with them because that is trust. The issue of trust is broken.
Yeah.
So to repair the trust and the attachment injury, you need to help them to begin to empathize. The infidelity partner, the one who strayed, needed to empathize with the struggles that his or her partner is going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is the starting point.
All right.
But oftentimes we tend to think of the one who committed adultery
Yeah.
as the one who has really,
The sinner.
the sinner
Yes.
is the one who needs
Help.
help. Yet the truth of the matter, the one who comes, both of them come, but for different reasons.
Yes.
The
So
one,
who is looking out for help, what you're saying is that they also need help.
both of them need help because that's why I told you my dissertation was on self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is like the one who went out to commit adultery.
Right.
How do you work with that individual? Yeah, because a lot of studies have been done on the non-straying partner, the faithful partner,
Right.
and they tend to forget that the one who went out to commit adultery has got a lot of pain that they're going through because they're asking themselves, how could I do this to my partner, to myself? Yeah, what are people thinking about me? So they are going through a whole lot of emotional roller coaster,
That's true.
and they need help.
They need
as
help
well.
as well.
Yeah.
So ideally, when that kind of a situation occurs, there are parties that will just want to scatter. But there are parties that will desire that it's men, so that we mend this fabric. And that's what we are encouraging. In your practice, is that possible? And how does forgiveness then happens in such a situation?
Yeah, it's very, very possible. In fact, that should be the goal
All right.
of any relationship.
I like that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter whether it's infidelity or not. Forgiveness is very, very important. But to get, and by the way, I hope you're not talking about reconciliation. Because forgiveness
It's different.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about forgiveness today. Break it down. Ebu, in brief, just the difference.
Forgiveness is not the same as reconciliation.
All right.
No. You can forgive but not reconcile.
Okay.
Yeah, I can forgive you and I tell you, okay, you go your way, I go my way.
And can you forgive and forget?
I know. Yet, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's no and yes.
Why yes and why no?
Oftentimes people say forgive and forget. The forget they're talking about is forget. Yani ile kusahau,
Yes.
cognitive,
Right.
But the forget I'm talking about is, think of, write the word forget, F-O-R,
Space?
and then space, and then
G-E-T.
G-E-T.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then the other one is forget.
Just one. F-O-R-G-E-T.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those two words, they mean a lot when it comes to the process of forgiveness.
Okay.
So if I forgive you, or when I forgive you, I'm giving you something you don't deserve. I'm giving you something you don't deserve. That's forgiving. It is forgetting. You forgive in order for the other person to get something from you. So it is forgetting.
Okay.
And then you also, when you forgive, you personally get something out of that.
The forgiveness.
Yeah.
I like that.
So you get something. You are a recipient of peace, because unforgiveness is
it's a burden.
It's a burden. You're carrying a burden with you. There's a lot of bitterness, resentment, anger, loneliness, and all these negative feelings.
Right.
So in order for you to get relief,
You forgive.
you forgive.
And then you get.
You
I like
get.
that. I like the forget aspect.
Yeah.
We need to wind this, Daktari.
Okay.
So let's talk about that process of, yes, it has happened. I desire to receive healing. It might not necessarily be reconciliation. That's another topic for another day. What do I need to do? And for both parties.
Yeah, I don't want to go into the academic
Yes.
process of forgiveness,
Uh-huh.
but I just want to look at it from what we normally do in sessions.
All right.
Yeah, and depending on who has come to me for counseling, if say you have come to me because you are seeking help as a Christian,
Right.
I will not be this type of counselor who will rush to tell you, forgive because Jesus asked us to forgive. In fact, the Bible says, forgive as you've been forgiven.
Yes.
That is mandatory forgiveness. It's conditional forgiveness. I'm forgiving you just because of,
Okay.
cognitively.
Right.
But the highest form of forgiveness, it is emotional forgiveness.
I like that.
So it is not the decisional forgiveness where you forgive just because you've been told to forgive. Otherwise, you'll not be forgiven if you don't forgive.
Right.
So it doesn't really go beyond your head. Yeah. No wonder people keep on repeating the same thing. Yeah. And then you have this couple like, but I forgave you, because it was a decisional.
Right.
But we're talking about emotional forgiveness, because unforgiveness is all about rumination over and over on unforgiveness. Negative emotions.
Right.
So it needs to move from the head to the heart.
To the heart.
Yeah.
I like that.
Emotions.
Emotions.
So these are the ones that we deal with. We want to find out, so how are you processing your emotions, knowing that you've been hurt, you've been betrayed by your partner?
Right.
How about you who went out and you betrayed your partner? How are you feeling about the same thing? Yeah, and so we want to really look at the emotions that people are going through at that moment, and then help them to reestablish trust. Yeah, reestablishing trust takes a long time. Never ever assume that just because this couple, they forgave one another yesterday, life is going to be It's a trauma, my friend.
That's right.
It's a trauma.
You know what, Dr.
Yes.
I mean, this is a very deep conversation, and we need to continue. We will allow you to give a contact, probably an email or something. Or we'll find out that contact and see how to engage with our viewers as well. Because I'm sure someone is saying, you know what? I think there's wisdom there.
Yes.
And I need the help.
Yes.
But there's hope. That's what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, there is hope.
Yeah, you've seen people reconcile.
Oh, yeah.
And trust has been built again. And now they are strong.
Yeah, yeah.
And working together.
Yeah, depending on the type of marriage that they and that's another issue.
Okay.
Because in the traditional setting,
Yeah.
you see, people will say, boys are just boys. Men are men.
Yeah.
And
Sad.
And the women will be like, okay, just stay in. As long as I may live a school fees, I may live a rent, and what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. So thank you very much. Thank you for sharing. I think we'll pull you in again
Thank you.
so that we just take it to the next level. And I really desire one of these days to understand that other aspect of reconciliation. We'll get there.
God willing.
All right.
Thank you.
Daktari Amos Keya, amazing, very powerful thoughts about fidelity and forgiveness. And my prayer is that if you're going through an issue and suffering, yes, there's help, and yes, there's hope, and yes, there's an opportunity for you to rebuild the trust again, all right? So we'll have him again next time so that we can get to engage further. Thank you very much. We continue with the Dawn Age Band. Later on, we also have Pastor Esther who will be joining us to share the word, and we have Mary Atieno to come, and we just want to talk about the journey. Oh, many years and still strong and serving the Lord. Don't go too far. A Dawn Age Band, let's take it away.
He alone is God. Your praise shall never cease from my mouth. Morning, noon, and night, forever worship you. You are good, oh Lord, you are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Your mercy surrounds me now and always. You are good, oh Lord, you are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Your mercy surrounds me now and always. Said you are good, oh Lord, you are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Your mercy surrounds me now and always. Said you are good, oh Lord, you are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Your mercy surrounds me now and always. You are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Lord, your mercy surrounds me now and always. Said you are good, oh Lord, you are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Lord, your mercy surrounds me now and always. You are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Every morning your mercy surrounds me now and always. When I wake up in the morning, Lord, you are good, oh Lord, and your mercy surrounds me. Your mercy surrounds me now and always. Said you are good, oh Lord, you are good, oh Lord,